guys, so this video is going to be my August wrap-up. Yeah, I got it right this time. Yeah, and for this month of August, I've read 6 books. So, it's my new, like, all-time high for these wrap-up and the number of books I've read. So I'm really proud of myself. Yay! Yay, 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 yay. So, the first one I've read and finished was Skin of the Sea by Natasha Bowen. This is about a girl who, it's been a really long time since, it's like, I finished it in like the start of August, so yeah. It's about a girl who's a mermaid, which is not called a mermaid, it's like a Mamiwata, something like that. Yeah. And her job is to collect souls, make the souls go from the living to the dead, like for them to be like on their way. And one time, instead of collecting and waiting for the guy to die, she saves his life. So it's a shorter one. I was anticipating like a little bit more action for this one, because I don't remember how much I gave it. Yeah, see, so it's a 2.75 star. I just remember being really bored. That's really sad, because it's a West African mythology inspired, and I thought I would have loved this. The cover's really cute as well. I was really sad. Kaylin Barron blurbed it as well, which is one of my new time favorite author. So I was really like waiting. It's a shorter book as well, so I was like, it should have been like action-packed and really fast-paced. It wasn't at all. I just remember really waiting for something to happen, and I wanted to give it 2 stars, but the 0.75 came for the like last pages of the book. Like the 75 pages or so left was really good. But I didn't feel attached to the character at all. No one. Yeah. There's like a subplot of like romance, but I didn't want to ship them or everything. I just didn't feel the connection. It felt really insta-lovey. So yeah, it's sad, but it's really pretty. It's a really pretty book. I was really disappointed with this one, but it wasn't like so bad, but it wasn't great either. Yeah. Next up, I've read This Wicked Fate. Whoopala! This Wicked Fate by Kaylin Barron. This is the sequel to and finale to This Poison Heart. This is so good, y'all. It's so good. I gave it, I think 4 star. I'll check into star graph. I just want to be sure. No, I gave it 4.75 star. This is so good. It's fantasy, LGBTQ+, romance. It's really good. It's about family as well. It's like I don't know, the first one is about a girl whose, her real mom supposedly died, and she's now living with her 2 adopted mom in like, I'm not sure where, but in a small apartment. And one day a woman just come in and say, hey, your mom and your aunt left you, so their estate was given to her, and on this estate there is like a weird ass garden. And this girl, I didn't tell you, but she has like magic power. Like she can control plant, she can revive them, and plants are supposed to be poisonous, but she, like, the plants that are deadly poisonous are not deadly to her. She still feels the effects, but she does not die from them. So yeah, it's really good. There is LGBTQ plus romance, like a sapphic romance in it, with the main character and Marie, and also the two moms. There's like, it's really good representation. I would recommend this like to anyone. Really, it's really good. So fast paced. I think I've read it in like 36 hours or so. It's so good. I love the first one so much, and this one is even better. Yeah. Next up, I've read A Curse So Dark and Lonely. You'll probably, I don't know if the reading vlog is gonna be coming out before this wrap up or after. I'm not so sure. Still editing that one. But yeah, I did a reading vlog for the Cursebreakers series. This one was really good. I gave it a 4.25. Yeah, I don't know if the same star rating as This Wicked Fate. Was really happy about it. It's really a long book. It's like 477 pages. Really loved. It's a Beauty and the Beast retelling. Yeah, and I was really loving how this book ended, and I thought it was going in a direction, but it was not. It turned out it was in another direction, and yeah, you'll see with the two other. If you want to see more of like my reaction to stuff, I would recommend the reading vlog that I did, because you'll see like pure emotion, because it's been a while since I've read this. I just remember I was like sitting down, and I think I've read it in like I think I've read like at least 3/4 of it in like one setting. I really love this one. Bridget Kimmerer, I knew her last name. I've read Defy the Night. It's the same writing style because it's the same author, but it's divided in two POVs, so the girl POV and the guy POV, like the main love interest. But in this one, I don't know, do you have Gray's POV? Sometimes ish, like at the, it's yeah, I'll try. Gray's is the high commander to the prince, who is Ren, and the main character is Harper, and Ren is under a curse that there's like a monster that goes around. I don't want to say spoiler, and he needs to fall in love with a girl before the season end. So it's been going on for a while, but this is the last year that they can do this and save their kingdom and everything. So Gray's job was to, because it's like parallel universe to ours, so he gets the job like one time in a year to go find a girl from our universe and bring her back to Ren world and everything. It's like medieval type, like white medieval not story but like setting, so really horse and no electricity and everything, are really flowery in that world bending sense. So yeah, I really love Ren. Was a piece of shit sometime, but yeah, and I really love Gray in that one. I was really loving like a scary Gray, like Harper call him, like vibe, where he's like the commander to the prince. And I really love their friendship with Ren and Grace as well, which really, yeah. So this one was really good. I really like it. How this ends is really good. It's like a cliffhanger way, so you want to pick up the second. It's a trilogy, so yeah. And the sequel is A Heart So Fierce and Broken, which in this one you have what's bugging me with this, because in the first one you have Harper's and Ren POV only, or so. So you really get to know them in like these 400 to 500 pages. But in this one, you're introduced to a new girl and Gray's POV, which seems like a totally different person from the first book. So yeah, so this one, because of all that shit, I'm gonna say it, was came down to a 3.25, which is meh, but the end I think was really, I love when the ending are like not on, like, if the ending is good, the rating is going to be higher, because I like a satisfying ending. But this was so long. It's like a adventure type travel stories with Gray's POV, and you don't have any of Harper's and Sharon POV. That's what bugged me the most, I think. Yeah, because you don't, you're like, why did he do that? You don't know, because you're not in his head, but you're in Gray's head and in Leah Mara's head, which I don't really care about. Yeah, the girl was like, I really love Harper most than Leah Mara's. Yeah. And I've read also A Vow So Bold and Deadly, which I gave 2.75 star to. This one, I think the first one was so good, and the second one had like middle book syndrome that I thought was that. Like, it's, the middle one is always like a little bit down and star rating and everything, because if it's a trilogy, because it's setting up the third one. So I was like, when I picked this up, I was like, this is gonna be so good, because they set up that thing. No, I don't want to say spoiler, but how the boys were acting bugged me so much. So much. I despised it. I was like, make it make sense. Make it make sense. The second one, I was already like a little bit pissed off about how they were like being towards each other. I was like, you've been through so much together for these past few like years. I don't know how many times you've been together, like trying to break the curse and everything. But this happens and you don't trust him at all and everything. You swore, like Gray swore his life to Ren, because he was his high commander, so it was like big bad like bodyguard, and Ren was trusting him with his life. But no, that we forgot about it throughout the second and the third one. That what bugged me so much. I was like, they've been through hell together, but I can like understand a little bit why Ren did that, because he was scared and everything. That's because I don't want to say spoiler and everything. But why Gray did that? I don't know. And I was like, why are you being that way? That's not how you were acting in the first book. Why did you change your whole personality? Yeah, the second one and the third one, it was really sad, but I was so like hoping for like I'm really a sucker for love triangle, so when they were setting up like maybe Gray had some of a relationship or like some feelings toward Harper, I was like, he's gonna be the bad guy and Harper is gonna have to choose between the good and the bad guy. I was like, I'm hoping for this. Not at all. second chapter in this, you're like, who the fuck is Liamara? I don't care. Yeah. So, Cursebreaker trilogy was disappointing. I don't know how, but I read it throughout August. Yeah, this is all of my physical read. Yeah, because I'm dabbling into audiobook. But yeah, and my audiobook was, I don't know what the frick is the name. A Deal with the Elf King. Ooh, my face is shiny. I've read it on Audible. Yeah, in a day. Because I read it in like 2.75 speed. Don't ask me how I do it. I do it with all of my media. It was good. It's a romance about a girl who, in a world where each 10 years? I'm not sure. Oh my god, each some amount of read. I don't know how, X amount of year. I think 10. Each 10 years or something. I'll make it 10. A girl, a mortal girl, is chosen to be the Elf Queen or the Human Queen. Yeah, the Human Queen. And they're like, she's supposed to have magic and everything. The Human Queen, and she's destined to be with the Elf King. And go back into his little part of the world. This book is really like a Hades and Persephone, yeah, retelling, cause he's like this, like winter guy who's like cold and have dark power, but it's not really shown or guess. And she brings life to plants and everything, and she brings back spring into the kingdom. Yeah. And the girl is chosen. Yeah, in the first few pages, few hours, when I read it, it was really good. I liked it. It's a standalone romance, but Elise Kova, which is the author, has like a series. It's not throughout this whole, like you're not with the same character throughout this whole series, but it's set in the same world. So she has 3 out, and the first one was with the Elf King. Was really good. I've rated it 4-star. It's typical fantasy romance. You have a kind of miscommunication trope, and it was kind of long for what it was supposed to be, because miscommunication, I don't want it. I was already deep in the miscommunication on like Cursebreaker series that I didn't want to mess with this one as well. So yeah, but I've loved it. It's 4 stars, so it's supposed to be good. Yeah. And it was my first time like reading an audiobook or listening to an audiobook, so I was really happy with how it turned out. I really loved it. Yeah, and I really loved the characters. The guy, I don't remember. The main character was really nice. I loved her power. I really tend to like main character who are like related or like have some sense to plants, everything magic power towards plants, because I really liked her as well. Yeah, and I think the only thing that brings it down to a 4 was like how the male love interest was like so dumb sometimes. Like, can you just talk? Is that something you elves don't know? so that was all. I've read 6 books, which was good, throughout this whole month. It's a nice, because I started school as well. I was like, I'm not gonna read as much. But no, it was my best month of the year so far. So, yeah. And I'll show you guys my story graph of what, like, the book or more. So, yeah, 6 books was 2,560 pages. Most of them were adventurous, like all of them were adventurous. 3 of them were emotional. That's not what I wanted to do. And 2 of them were mysterious. Yeah, so that's all the gist of it. 1 was slow, I think, and slow pace. There was 2 who were fast pace, and 3 that was medium pace. But the slow pace, it didn't feel a deal with the Elf King. Wasn't really slow pace for me. What was slow pace was more Skin of the Sea and a vow so bold and deadly, and a heart so fierce and broken. That was really slow pace for me. Page number, all of them were between 300 and 499 pages. All of them were fiction. That's not really surprising. And 6 of them were fantasy. 5 of them were young adult. Because I deal with the Elf King was adult. And 1 of them were LGBTQA and 1 of them was romance. Yeah. Format, I've read 1 in audio, and 1 was print. Yeah. Language, everything was in English. And my average star rating was really sad, because I have 2 that were 4.25 star, but 2 that were 2.75. So it averaged to 3.54 star. So sad. And I've read most of them. Like, I tried to read like 100 pages, like at least a day, which most of them were okay, but someday when I was working and everything, I didn't have the time, or I didn't took the time, so that's why. But yeah, I was really happy with this month. I'm really hoping that September goes on that same line that we have, because I do have a lot of reading plans for this. I want some not so spooky, but like, yeah, like dark academia thing. But you'll see that in my next video, which will be probably my September TBR. Yeah. So I hope you like this video. If you did, you can drop a like down below and comment which if you have read a book this August and which one it was, and maybe your favorite of them. And yeah, if you want to see more of my face, you can subscribe. That is greatly appreciated. And I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye!